Hello there, everybody, and today for Beavis and Butthead, we got a crazy episode to talk about. Last week, we got a little break from the show, I'm guessing because they're doing other shows on Comedy Central, so, I guess next week we're not getting a new episode, but the second week after, we're probably getting a new episode. They said November 12th, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, this week's episode is called Mission. So this is where old Beavis and Butthead are trying to pay for their parking ticket, but of course they misconstrue it with going to a priest at a church, and he tells them they have to go to the parking ticket people, which is a few blocks over, but of course the duo misconstrue that once they bump into a man who is taking a youth group to a trip to Mexico so they can, do some things for their field trip. But Beavis and Butthead interpret this as joining the army, and we even see a flashback of them trying to join the army, which I thought was nice. But the duo basically go onto the bus, and they got their bandanas on, which I thought was nice, and everyone's just singing on the road while the duo are just looking serious about their mission. But once they arrive in the place they're visiting, they see a construction yard going on, and they see a bunch of people working on a house, but the duo end up putting on some gear and grabbing a few tools, and they decide to attack the house, and they almost shoot an old man with a nail gun, and he almost gets hit, but of course the duo end up destroying the house, and the episode ends with a man chasing the duo across the desert, and the episode actually doesn't fully end until we get to the Tom Anderson story, the vacation story, and this is happening during the episode where the duo literally pop up in the background. This is the first time we see the duo pop up in a Tom Anderson story, because usually he's telling his war stories, but this time he's telling a vacation story, but the duo end up interrupting it and trying to shoot Tom. But Tom Anderson just pulls out his walker, and he just smacks old Butthead, and the two just run off from the people chasing them. It's hilarious. So this episode was definitely a banger, just hilarious, straightforward, even goes on into the Tom Anderson story. But it's just funny seeing old Beavis and Butthead think they're in the war when really they're just going on some trip with a church group, and it's hilarious, of course. And it's even funnier when one of the dudes who's building the house, he ends up trying to hit them with a cardboard thing, and it causes the duo to just run off, and they're still getting chased by guards. It's hilarious. But the next episode is even more bizarre. This is called Beavis H, I'm pretty sure. So this is where we get apparently there's a new student at the high school that Van Driesen introduces. His name happens to be Beavis, and so they decide to call him Beavis H, so they can know the two. But Beavis H is told to go sit with the duo during class, and he introduces himself to Beavis and Butthead, but of course Beavis and Butthead, using their typical antics, they misconstrue who they're talking to, and it causes Beavis H to think he's talking to Butthead. But of course Van Driesen tells them to be quiet. But during lunch, Beavis H actually makes a friend, one of the cheerleaders, but she even rejects Beavis and Butthead once Beavis H mentions them. He's like, I don't even know who that is. But of course the duo end up getting followed by Beavis H to the Maxi Mart, and they try to order nachos, but he tries to even sit in their spot they're usually sitting at. But once Butthead makes a joke about Beavis's mom, Beavis H tells Butthead to stop being mean to Beavis, but of course, Butthead just has to choose who to kick in the nads, and he kicks Beavis, of course, per usual, causing Beavis H to just say, "You guys are jerks," and then he just walks away, and he actually gets the girl. He goes with the cheerleader he met on his first day. So it's funny seeing how Beavis and Butthead never get the girl ever in the episodes, but another person named Beavis actually gets the girl, and it's just hilarious. It just ends on a good note for Beavis H. But that one was definitely a good one for sure. I wasn't expecting Beavis H to not even really look like Beavis and Butthead. He just happens to be a student who has the same name. He's even kind of wearing the same clothes as Peter Griffin. I don't know if that's a resemblance or just a coincidence. Who knows? But the music videos they react to, we see them react to some YouTube video, and it causes the duo to fight and a few others. But the best one was Tom Anderson's story for sure. But it just shows that Beavis and Butthead are war heroes. Well, not really. But these are 2 episodes. Definitely a stepper up from the last episode from 2 weeks ago. But I hope the next one's pretty good. So, yeah. So sorry if I missed last week. But for Beavis and Butthead content, we just need to wait and see what happens. But I hope they do release the last few episodes of this show, because I was worried it was just going to be the 8 episodes, but I remember in the trailer there was more footage, so we're definitely getting more episodes to look forward to. So yeah, definitely look forward to talking about it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.